We're super excited on the Inspire 3, which is the pinnacle of DJI's work over the past decade. The whole system is new from the ground up, ultra compact, predictable, the usability is remarkable, and it's reliable in every way, which on set is super comforting. The IP3 is what every drone pilot has been wanting since day one. But when using RTK, it gives the Inspire a 100% locked-in feel, like it's on rails.
With the RTK locked in, and even with all that metal in the bridge spans, there was no dropout. There was nothing that lost from signal. Everything was perfect. So.
The integration of 3D Dolly into our everyday life has removed one variable, often takes a few takes to dial in, and that's the speed of the drone relative to the speed of whatever you're filming, whether it's a stunt driver driving a car, an actor, a mountain bike. But with 3D Dolly now, we can set a path and set a speed and just ignore all the other variables. The drone does what it's told to do and just is repeatable time and time again. We don't have to worry about that variable. It's just removed it completely. As consistent and repeatable as 3D Dolly is, the fact that we can integrate RTK, it just gets even more precise and not have to worry about the plus or minus 3 feet like we always did with the GPS. On TV shows, feature films, commercials, directors just want us to keep tilting up and seeing the sky or seeing the trees. It never fails. The props are in the shot. It's been a limitation to many artistic shots that a director's wanted or we've wanted, where you can only go from horizon down, or you have to use a completely specialty built drone where you can place an entire camera gimbal on the top of it and fly overslung. This slows down production. Now with Tilt Boost, we can offer shots that we couldn't offer before. We can do all this in one shot. We don't have to land and reconfigure the drone or reconfigure the gimbal. We can do it seamlessly without landing. Big budget productions, they always ask us to jam the camera. And it always has felt a little awkward to tell them that we couldn't. With the time code sync on the Inspire 3, we can jam our camera so they can sound sync, or they can sync us with other cameras that are on the ground.
Pembroke traffic, setting a Foxtrot, Mike Echo, departing runway 24, staying in the pattern, Pembroke traffic.
So when we flew down to the end of the runway, we were so low on the backside of the trees that we couldn't see when you were coming. But DJI AirSense gives me your altitude and distance from the drone in real time. Yeah, that's like super crazy because, you know, for me as a pilot, I think we're all afraid of drones normally, and knowing that you guys have line of sight through our ADS-B out of the plane on the transponder is just like ridiculous. It's another safety measure, right, for all the aircraft.
So this project that we just shot in Peru, we were doing a lot of splinter unit work, and then at the last minute they would call us up and say, hey, we need you to come back to set and work with main unit. It was a seamless thing. We would come, set up, be ready in under 10 minutes, plug into their monitors. They would come and bump our time code, and in no time at all, we're ready to go. It's, you know, one case opens up and everything you need is in there. You know, a lot of times these productions need things really quickly, and you're jumping, you know, between splinter or, you know, or a main and bouncing around a lot. And if it's something like that, Inspire 3 really is a clear winner because you can just set up so quickly. The Inspire 3 case is a big jump from what the Inspire 2 case was. It's definitely more robust. The fact that it's got a handle and wheels is amazing in the airport. When we were in Machu Picchu, we were doing a lot of walking around through the gates and then up to Huayna Picchu, which is the hike that we had to do. Having that whole backpack kit that we could hike up, and you know, we were going through very, very steep staircases and rock stairs up to this mountain peak that you could just barely fit, you know, a big backpack through, and that kit fit just perfectly. Having a dual operating camera drone system like this now that's full frame that you can boot pack in the middle of nowhere, it's incredible.
I think the significance of the release of the Inspire 3 is that it's taken itself from a well-respected drone to a full cinema integration. They've now thought about what our needs are on set. We can offer them and deliver luxuries they're used to having. What the Inspire 3 has done is taken some of the features that large-scale production camera or heavy lift drone has and brought itself much closer to what DPs would come to expect from a cinema camera. Increasing the resolution, increasing the features, the on-set integration makes our lives incredibly easier. It allows us to come onto any set and fall into their workflow no matter what it is.
The DJI Inspire 3 is a game changer. It represents a generational shift ahead in both resolution and flexibility in post. It's on par with every high-end camera available today. There are three key factors that matter most to me in a pro camera: dynamic range or latitude, effective resolution, and creative control in post-production. The X9 8K Air chip has 14.7 stops of dynamic range and dual native ISO. So details are preserved in highlights and black levels are super clean, even in low light. 8K resolution allows for amazing flexibility in post. I think we really need the freedom of resizing and reframing the footage to enhance the storytelling. It gives us more creative choices with our director. 8K ProRes RAW and Cinema D&G deliver this and also give me complete control of color and contrast. I really like how seamlessly the DJI Inspire 3 footage integrates into my post-production workflow. I'm able to use LUTs in camera, and that helps when I'm finishing, whether it's in Premiere Pro or round-tripping through DaVinci Resolve. My look is preserved from set all the way through to delivery. I'm super excited about the future of the drone world, but in some ways, I think it's already arrived. I can't wait to see what we do with this next.
You know, I think once the Inspire 3 release video came out of how you can use it, how you can have an operator use wheels and you can hand catch and walk in, and you've got a remote focus unit now, you can pull focus. I think A lot of productions, a lot of DPs, a lot of directors are going to rethink how they shoot. You now have all the tools you need for that to happen, and it's a very professional kit. We've always had jobs come to us where they say, hey, we'd like to use the Inspire. If anything now with the Inspire 3 out, I think that's just going to really nail that down harder, where they're going to ask for an Inspire 3 and they know exactly what they can do with it, and they're going to request it by name.
I can't see through the windows, I can't hear through the walls, but I can't let